The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
What twitch? What?
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 26. Hey, check 26.
They'll try again with Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Preston Smith. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Carr. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Green 18. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Yeah, live. Hey, Haywood. Look again.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, touchdown, Packers. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Ready, go to base, 58 to Mike. Lawyer John.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
734. 6 down.
Now Carr. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Preston Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. It's caught by Aguilar. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Check 49, check 49. Check 99, check 99. 637.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Spoke ball to Mike. Mike spoke ball. 6:30. Watch QB drop.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Man open left side is Brown. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defense.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive that had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Watch twist. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 52.
To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him a 1st down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Check. He's checking. Crack.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nelson Aguilar. As time expires in the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, my education continues in this game. I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful. And it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Back. Jump out. Quick dad.
Throwing again. Rodgers trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's complete to Brown, right side. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check 43. Yeah, live. 150.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
I'm coming after you. Hey, 88.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. He'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check, Mike 42. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing on first down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And now this pass brought in by Brown. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Carr. And incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it...
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, no fourth. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On second down, Jacobs. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Carr now to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this out past the 25. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. He finds an opening past the 40. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 28 yards in the game there on the catch and run. They'll drop the throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Carr. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
It's our time. Back north. It's our time. Jump out. Slant. Shoot. Right. Go right. Check 9.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
26. 88. Hey, flag. Go right.
Rodgers throwing here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. On first down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now
he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz.